Hey
everyone, welcome back to Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Samuel and Maxwell Loga. Tonight will be Wednesday, September 18th, and tonight's title, Sprucing Up Sports. That's right, episode 104, Sprucing Up Sports. What does that entail, Max?
This entails what everything we would do to make sports even better than what they are. Sports are brilliant, but I think we have compiled a list of some things that we could spruce up, make a little bit better, add some flair to sports.
I like it. Well done. Sam, what else are we doing this fine Wednesday, September 18th?
Round robin, a little woo moment for the week. Maybe a Sam's Cooler Talk, not for sure. Maybe a Max's Moments. We'll see.
Nailed it. All right, boys. Let's get it going for Legally Teaching Engineer Sports, episode 104, Sprucing Up Sports. Love it.
It's exciting times here in Detroit. Exciting times. I don't know, it could get wetter.
Want to know why, Sam? It's because the Michigan Wolverines are still the 2023 reigning college football national champions. That's right. And why else, Max?
I mean, yeah, that doesn't get much better than that. Can always have that one. But the Tigers are 1.5 games back, sniffing that last wild card spot. It's exciting times. I know I stayed up last night past my bedtime on Tuesday to watch them. Monday. So I plan on doing it tonight on Tuesday. Sending good vibes.
Absolutely. So this is Tuesday. Max is right. The Monday game was amazing. With that, let's get right into our woo-off before we get to our round table. Woo-off presented by Alani New. Woo! It gets the people going. I'm going to hit lead off. I won't go specifically to the Tigers. I'm going to go to the Tigers Valley Sports Broadcasting crew. Shout out to Andy Dirks and Jason Benetti specifically. The combo pack and the tandem of those two alone made last night's game exciting to listen to. Yes, it was an amazing baseball game. The Tigers were down 4-0, then 5-1, then 6-4. They found a way to win 7-6. But Andy Dirks and Jason Benetti had me on the edge of my bed, the foot of my sleeping stool, just excited for Tigers baseball. And I can't remember a time like that since Mario Mpemba and Rod Allen. So, woo! To Andy Dirks and Jason Benetti.
Yep, I'm going to give you a 10 on that one. I only listened to him for a little bit. First half of the game, I turned it off and I turned on a movie up top. But they're a very smooth back and forth crew. I like them a lot.
Yeah, I was with you, Max, for the most part of most of this year. You know, who's the guy we can't stand? Gibson, Kirk.
Yeah.
Kirk's hard to listen to, but they kind of found something, I think, with Andy. So when I find Andy on, I flip the volume back on and stop whatever I'm watching. Sam, what's your woo moment?
My woo moment goes out to the game of foosball. It is a lonely game that not very many people have anymore. It's not really in the bar. It is a great game. Just got one brought to my basement, and I'm super stoked to eventually be better than our dad because he's unnecessarily good at it. So my woo moment goes out to foosball. Fantastic game. Woo!
You're right with that. You don't find that in bars anymore.
You don't. 1.2.
It's pool and darts. It's pools and darts.
Yep, 1.2, Sam. You're going to have to pick that energy up, and there's a reason it's not in bars anymore. Max, what do you got for woo moment?
Sam gave me shit last week for not taking the low-hanging fruit when the low-hanging fruit's there. So I'm grabbing it today, and I'm pulling it off the tree. But more specifically, the Tigers pitching staff. They're getting back right when they need to get back. We got Reese Olson. He pitched well last night. I think Dom kind of screwed him when he gave up that grand slam, not on Reese. Got Casey Mize going tonight on Tuesday. They got the bullpen that's been awesome all year. And they got Scoobs. The Tigers pitching staff is going to take them to the playoffs. Woo!
9-8. I love it.
Take it.
Well done. I saw something today. It feels so. Good job, boys, with the woo off. Lonnie New, Lonnie New woo gets people going. Let's get right to the round table. Detroit Tigers first. I saw something today on Twitter. It feels a lot like 2006. You guys might be a little green for that. The Tigers went to the World Series that year. They won a lot of games that they never deserved to win. They were a team that had basically wrapped up the division title pretty quickly, maybe even by now. So they had won a ton of games, but they won games that they never really should have won. Case in point, last night, the Tigers should have not won that game, but they found a way to win it. AJ Hinch pinch hitting with Max Wenzel Perez. You've got, Riley Green, the best hitter, doesn't get a hit last night. They still win. Parker Meadows laying down a bunt. Parker Meadows beating on a ground ball. Matt Vierling. Max can't stand him. He is the most clutch hitter in all the Tigers lineup. Dog. And then the bullpen. Everything is just, I know we better knock on all the wood, but it feels really good to root for stuff that matters.
Back to Dylan's speaking point about games that they should have not won. Sam hit the nail right on the head. The Little League World Series Classic. They shouldn't have won that game, but they did. You go to San Diego, Parker Meadows with a grand slam or a home run with 2 outs, 2 strikes. They come back and win that game. Things like that are happening for the Tigers in the right moments at the right time. And it's sexy to watch, and I'm for it. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Not on the bandwagon. I've been here all season long, but I'm excited, and I really do think they're going to make the playoffs. And I'm going to say it. They're making the playoffs.
All right, Sam, will you be joining us at Comerica?
For what? If they make it?
Playoff game, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's make my first Tigers game I watch all year in the stadium for a playoff game.
You'd be hooked instantly. That rally towel be raving above your head, 47,000 strong, screaming. You'd be hooked. You'd be back.
It's not that I'm not back. I just don't have any way to watch them. I'm just outside of their radius. Until they're probably at least a half game back and on Fox, nighttime baseball or something, I can't watch them. So they need to get a little closer.
They got the good lineup right now. They're playing Kansas City. The Twins are playing Cleveland. The Twins have to go to Boston next. So Twins have a tough road here. Tigers got to go to Baltimore. When Tigers are in Baltimore and the Twins are in Boston will be the determining factor of if they've got a shot or if they don't. So next week, end of this week will be pretty telltale.
Yeah, and then the only negative, Tigers, so they're a game and a half back. But if they finish the same record, the Tigers stay out because the tiebreaker goes to the Twins. I have a lot of hope, but the Twins have been there, done that. I wouldn't count them out. I believe in AJ Hinch. If they get in, it's because of AJ Hinch making the right moves and pitching the right guys at the right time. So I agree with you, Max. I think they get in, and that alone is a success story. But baseball is a weird sport, and if they get in, you just never know. So
one last thing for baseball. Can I do one last thing for baseball here? So, we're talking about all this winning, but have you guys heard about the White Sox and Angels and what they've got brewing going on in their worlds? So, they play each other 7 times in the next 11 games, okay? So, the White Sox need 7 more wins to avoid being the worst baseball team since 1901 in MLB history. And the Angels need 7 wins to avoid being the worst in franchise history, period. So something's got to give there because they both can't win 7 games. So we're either going to have one that has won since 1901 or worse in franchise history. So there's a lot of good races in the MLB right now.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the White Sox on that one.
Like to win or like to be that team since 1901?
Rooting for the White Sox.
All right.
That's a good one. Sam, who was one of your JV Trine soccer teams up there for worst ever? Or no, safe to say no.
No, we weren't the worst ever. There was
All right, good. All right, we'll consider the Angels then, and not the White Sox. Good. And shout out to Kyder Montero. We didn't even name him the pitching staff. AL Player of the Week last week. A complete game shutout. Another shutout of 6 innings. Just balling right now. So get his ass back in the mound as quick as possible. Sam, give us something for the round table.
Oh, honestly, all I really caught this past week was Premier League. Heartbreak for Fulham. How'd your guys' teams fare?
Awful.
Oh,
They tied.
Ipswich.
They tied Ipswich. They gave Ipswich their first ever point on the road in the Premier League. Frustrating.
Ipswich went into your town and got a point. Wow.
Barely. The possession would have been 80-20.
Yeah, because Ipswich hit the crossbar, Sam. Ipswich should have won.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Dylan comes to my house for 10 minutes of the game, sees Ipswich cross half field once, and that's the one time they crossed.
Brentford lost.
Yeah.
Brentford lost, but they were playing the best team in the league the last 3 years, so it's okay. They lost 2-1. Proud effort. I stayed with the Bees, so all good. Sam, how's your fantasy team doing?
Not bad. We're in it. You know, Christian
Who
McCaffrey.
you got?
They don't want to throw the ball to Michael Pittman. It's fine.
No. Fantasy Premier League. Aren't you doing like Fantasy Premier League?
Oh, yeah. It's okay. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm just in the middle. I'm just playing random players.
Is it for the week?
Yeah. So it's just like football. Games on, like Fridays and Saturdays. So you just set it and go.
Okay. That's sweet. And do you get points? How do you get points? Because I feel like fantasy points are pretty hard to come by.
Yeah. It's like, I don't even know. There's a lot of factors. It's like goals and not goals, and you have like defensive player, and you have goal. Like, again, I don't really know. I just pick random players.
All right, respect. Dylan, what do you got for the round table?
I've got an Austin Meadows jersey on, because he's brothers to Parker, but has anxiety and depression like I do regarding my sports gambling, and maybe I should quit like he did baseball. But no, really, I digress. Lucas Raymond, he's a Red Wing for a long, long time now, and he's a very rich Red Wing. So that's pretty cool. Congrats to Lucas. I don't know. Thoughts on that, anyone?
I'm excited they got it done because he went into the offseason saying he wanted a long deal, and they got him for 8 more years, which I feel like could be the rest of his career, and it's pretty sweet. He's a dog. I think he's still young, and he's going to get better and better. And they're surrounding him with the right people, so he's going to be good. I like it. I'm with it. Sam?
Yeah, I mean, well deserved. The man played like he deserved a lot of money last year. So I'm excited for the Red Wings. They start up here soon, I'm pretty sure. Should be good. Hopefully we get a lot of games on ESPN Plus where I'm cutting that. So we'll see.
Yeah, you're right. I think it should be down to about 18 days until they pop drop. So that's not too far off.
Yeah. So should be good. We might have a decent April in the D this year, guys.
Oh, we can hope.
I'm shooting for October in the D. Sam, you thought I was talking about fantasy football. Let's talk about that. I think I'm going to get last in all my fantasy football leagues. Amon-Ra was not hurt, but he's basically might as well be hurt. Deebo Samuel's hurt. Aaron Jones is a bomb. Joe Mixon got hurt. My quarterbacks, I don't know how to play the right one at the same time. I played Jaden Daniels. He got me 12 points. And on the bench, I had Kyler Murray, who got 27 points. The list goes on. I'm going to get dead last in pretty much everything. I just lost to Max. Max's team scored like 110 points. Just pretty pissy. Scored
You lost to only 110 points?
Yeah, we only scored 92.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have more people on my bench that are hurt or questionable than players that I can actually play. It was by the fantasy gods that I beat Dylan. I'm just going to put it out there. I got real lucky, but I'm going to take it. Move on to week 3. We take those wins and we move on. How you guys doing in the podcast one? I just lost the computer handily. Computer whooped my ass.
I'm not looking forward to the computer next week. I'll tell you that.
Sam, did I beat you or did you beat me?
You beat me.
Nice.
It literally, so I saw a notification. Saquon dropped a pass that would have like won the game for them, and I assume it was going for a touchdown. I didn't watch it, but I'm thinking if he would have caught that pass and went into the end zone, I would have beat your team because it would have been more
Nice.
points for me than it would have been for you.
Oh, because I had Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
He didn't-
He may not have scored a touchdown, but if he would have got a first down, they could have ran the clock out. I guess is what the difference would have been.
Okay.
But still, your point. It was like 4th and 3 from the 10, so he could have ran in if he caught it.
Yeah, and I think we were close. Like it was only a few. Yeah, it was like less. It was 8 points. So a catch and a few yards would have been nice.
Damn. Yeah, that could have been it. All right.
No, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't know what wide receiver to play. I didn't play 2 wide receivers that had almost 30 points each. Instead, I played Michael Pittman, and he didn't do anything. They don't want to throw him the ball. So,
Who didn't you play?
Zay Flowers and Marvin Harrison, the Arizona wide receiver.
Ooh. Yeah, play him the rest of the year. I'll play my quarterback Kyler Murray in my other league. You play Marvin. I'll play Kyler. We'll be all right.
Yeah, and then Christian McCaffrey just deciding not to participate this year. I guess it's fine.
It's tough. It's real tough. We'll be back in week 4. We'll be all right.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I have more than enough running backs, so
it's true. In our podcast league, you got people to choose from. The wealth can go be spread around. Well, while we're talking NFL, thoughts on the Lions? Are they okay? Are they a bust?
Did they cover?
They lost.
They lost.
Did they cover?
They were favored. They lost.
Damn. Sad.
So, I think they're fine personally. I think they lost last year in week 2 to Seattle at home. Everybody thought that was the end of the world. They were fine. So I think they're fine this year. I just think the hype around them is making people more crazy.
Yeah, I think they got some issues. They doubled the Bucks in yards. Defense was the problem last year, and I think they basically fixed it this year. Like the defense gave the offense more than enough chances to win this game. They are not able to find open Laporta yet this year, and that's kind of a head scratcher for me. Yeah, and I also think not having Mr. Josh Reynolds is a problem because Senor Jameson is a streaker, but he ain't no find a pocket and sit down like Josh Reynolds is. And Amon-Ra clearly has issues. He's hurt, and he's just not a personable person, as I found out at Dick's Sporting Goods. Shout out to Dick's. So they're struggling in the red zone. And if they cannot figure that out, they will continue to have problems because the name of the game in the NFL is touchdowns, not field goals.
That's very true. Honestly, the defense, I don't know who it was, almost won the game. They batted down Baker's pass to get them the ball back. If that ball goes straight up instead of behind them, they're going to catch that. That's a touchdown for the defense, and they win the game. So, the defense playing well. And like Dylan said, fixed it. So.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I think everything's fine. I agree. I just think you just got to figure out the red zone, and then they'll be good to go. Championship team, no doubt. We'll talk about college football when we do our picks. Anything else from either of you?
One college football thing. I don't think we'll talk about my picks.
Okay.
You guys see what Tennessee is doing next year?
Upping ticketing prices to pay for players.
Yes, they're upping their ticket prices 10% to pay for players, basically for NILs. They're calling it the talent fee. What if they suck ass?
What did you think was going to happen when you started paying college players?
You're not wrong, but this is their projected prices for next year. So an average ticket now is going to be $453. While students that are paying $5 to $10 this year are going $25 to $30. So they're upping them just as much as the normal people, but they get the student discount. So it's going to keep going up, and I don't know how much more people are going to be paying that. So it's a slippery slope, I think.
That's wild.
But that's all I got for our roundtable.
Tigers are 1-0. All right, let's move to Starting Now segment. Starting Now, sponsored by Max and Dylan. That's right, we sponsor Starting Now because we're the only ones that ever really do it. So this week it's Dylan. My Starting Now, Sam. Let me know your thoughts after I get done with this one. Shout out to this type of fan. All right, I'm gonna want you to close your eyes, maybe, Sam, and picture this type of fan. Strolls up to Comerica Park in the third inning, wearing their douchey ass Doc Martin boots with their cut off jean shorts and their stupid ass t-shirt. Probably has a band on the front, with their IPA in their hand and their vape in their left pocket. Girlfriend in tow, taking selfies throughout the majority of the 2.5 innings that they're there. Finishing their IPA beer, slamming it down as if they had just done something, as if they were a man, ripping their vape multiple times, and then departing before the top of the 5th inning. Surrendering freaking now to that douche ass fan at Comerica Park. Could you see him, Sam?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Baseball games are full of them. Baseball games are an interesting conglomeration of actual fans, people there for the environment, and people there for just cause.
Yeah, my goal in life is to make sure that none of those environment fans are going to be there come October. So it starts now. All right, let's move on. Let's go on to the main segment of Legal Teaching Engineer Sports, episode 104, Sprucing Up Sports. How are you going to change the game of sports? Just generally, the whole sports sector. Max, this was your brilliant idea. I think it's a great idea. So you get to hit lead off.
All right, so I thought about this all day while I was at work. Nothing better to do. So my first one, all sports are like March Madness, NCAA tournament format. You play the regular season still. We have a selection show. Yeah, there's less teams in the NFL. There's less teams. There's a lot of teams in baseball. So we, cut it down, find the happy medium. But there's a selection show. We got 16. We got ones. And you play like it's the NCAA tournament. You got to get in. The higher seeds, the home advantage. You travel there. You play one game. Winner takes all. You could have a 16 beating a 1, or you could have the ones running table. Then they meet up. Final Four arena. Final Four ballpark. You find it. It gets hosted out like 6 years in advance. And then that is what I would do to change baseball. Change all the sports. Make it like the NCAA. Thoughts?
I'm here for it. I see no reason not to. I mean, I think the college football is getting closer, but it's still a very messed up system. And that would just be a nice, seamless way to actually do it. They don't really play that many games. You could easily slip in a Thursday, Wednesday night game to make that tournament possible. I don't see any reason not to do it.
The NBA and NHL.
What about
So we're doing one game to move on.
Love it. Yeah. Can
Yeah.
you imagine how intense those one games would be?
Game 7s?
I think we would have a lot of fluky champions.
Yeah, fine by me. I hate repeat champions. Seeing the same team win every year sucks. Nobody likes that.
I just think it adds fluidity and it gives the Detroit Pistons a chance. Get my hopes up. Give me something to cheer for. They get in as a 16 seed. I'm going to buy tickets.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's more money coming in because it's going to be at least one more game.
All right, I'm an owner, and the name of my game is making money. Now, how am I I'm not going to approve that. Convince me.
All right, what kind of owner are you? Is your team busting? You're looking to win NBA championships like you're the Golden State Warriors, or are you the Detroit Pistons, the Toronto Raptors?
I'm like the Oklahoma City Thunder right now, so not the greatest, but like in 3 years, I'm looking at a dynasty to win multiple NBA titles. But I want to also make sure that my fan base gets paid off for that, and as a result, I get paid off for that with hosting many playoff games.
Oh, you can host many playoff games.
Rather
You
than
just
the
be a
3
higher
playoff
seed.
games in your March Madness tournament.
You just be a higher seed. You get to
There'd be
host
3 games.
your many playoff games where tickets can go up higher because there's less. So you're going to make your money back that way. You're going to want to win multiple championships. You have a better chance of winning multiple championships this way than going and play the Lakers and Golden State in best of 7 series where your team's going to get beat down.
Okay. All right. It's good. I like it. As a fan, I agree. I think as a practical sports aware.
I didn't say these would be the most practical, but in my world, if I was president for a day, I'd make it happen.
Oh, Sam, what you got?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't prepare any defense for any of my ideas, how outlandish they may be. They're just ideas, talking points, more so. And my first one is more virtual reality, less new stadiums. I don't know if you guys saw the clip of the bar with the Michigan football game going on, where it looked like they were sitting front and center for that touchdown. That's it. That's the future. Nosebleeds are a thing of the past. No need to build these giant stadiums. Give me a virtual reality situation with a bar, close friends, best seat in the house. I'd pay big bucks for that.
I did see that. And I didn't know what to think of it. It kind of blew my mind. Well, looking at it on my phone, I don't think it did justice. Probably being there would be sweeter. But you can't beat the atmosphere. Can't recreate that.
Yeah, but if you're in if you're at home with 10 or 20 of your friends, that's still a very great atmosphere. I know it's not the same, but at the end of the day, if you can't get in and you can't be in the first 5 rows and you're up in that nosebleed, that's a very good alternative.
I agree. I'm for it. Count me in. No disagreement here.
All right, Dylan, what do you got?
Taunting penalty should be allowed. You can't take swings and hit people, but you should be able to talk as much shit as you physically can or literally can until your lungs stop working. As loud and as mean.
Agreed.
I would agree with this to an extent.
Soft.
I know you're going to say that because I do think if you just beat somebody, no, it's not like that.
I'm just trying to practice and putting it in practice.
Oh, all right. I see, but I just don't think you need to do it until you're blue in the face. I think if you hit somebody, you should be able to step over them and say, "What's up, little boy?" and then go back to the huddle.
Okay, but if my taunting is just constantly just yippity yippity yippity, it should be allowed. That's how I choose to live my life via the sport.
Yeah, if you're just gonna yip in my ear all game, that's not gonna affect me. Just keep talking. Like
you may think it might not, but maybe I think it does. So it should be allowed. I'm saying I don't see how that affects. How does that impact the game?
It doesn't.
Right.
And
Exactly.
plus, there's mental midgets out there that gets in their own heads, and then they start swinging at people. Then that's their fault.
It's their own fault. Yeah, Sam talked shit in soccer. I know he did.
Of course.
Sam got spit on. So, that's physicality. So that'd be over the line, and that'd be the red card the kid deserved.
No, I agree. Let me talk my talk. If it offends you, like obviously, there's lines, but the general trash talk.
No lines. There will be no lines in mine.
You're gonna
allow lines.
You're gonna allow racial slurs to be thrown out.
I think so.
I can't support this anymore. Then.
All right, maybe there's lines. Maybe there's lines.
There's gotta be.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, I got another one for you guys. Now this one I actually truly believe. Outlaw all secondary ticketing options. The only ticket sales come directly from the stadium itself. And if you aren't using a ticket, then go F yourself.
I agree with that because there's a lot of issues nowadays with like scams and the gouging of ticket prices. It's pretty wild. So I can get behind this 100%. I like this one. Are you saying back to physical tickets or just tickets need to be bought from like the box office?
No, it just purchased from like the MLB network in Detroit on the website.
Okay, yeah, I can get behind that. I agree with that one. Sam?
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly the only reason it doesn't happen is because the professional teams are lazy and they don't want to spend the time to create the website to manage the tickets. That's the only reason. Ticketmaster has done the legwork and has created this website to manage this stuff, and they don't want to do it. It's just laziness on their end. It should be one person. If you don't want it and you want to return it, you just turn it back into them and they resell it. You could even still up the price on it, but still, like, yeah.
And then it takes out the factor of like, if you
Doing
buy
it for business is assholeness.
that, and then like you got jackasses that don't send you the ticket, and it's like you're trying to go into the game or the venue or whatever, and you're still waiting on these tickets, and you're relying on average Joe from bumfuck wherever, drunk off his ass, waiting to send the tickets. It's a sketchy area, and I agree with Dylan. Cut the middleman.
Yep. Sam, what you got?
I think this one's actually a pretty good one. It doesn't need to be often, but I'd like to see it at least happen once. I want to see a college basketball team play a professional basketball team. They do it in college where they stick a D1 team and they play like a D3 team, right? That happens. So give me a D1, the number 1 seed, best of the best supposedly, up against a random NBA team. I just kind of want to see where the skill gap is created, because I think it'd be very interesting.
Would you
166 to 39.
See, you say that, but like, how?
All right, let's say you just said the random D1 team, so we generate it. Oh, it's the Oakland Grizzlies.
No,
all right.
no.
Grizzlies.
It's gotta be like the number 1 seed. It's gotta be like a Kansas, a UNC, a Duke,
Okay.
a Kentucky, prime Kentucky. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a big dog. It's not gonna be some random D1. It's like an exhibition game. Obviously, it means nothing. But I heard the Pistons are playing at MSU, and I thought this would be kind of cool to watch MSU play the Pistons. Even if it's like the B squad of the Pistons, I still think people would show out for that. And it would be
I don't disagree that it would be fun to watch and people would 100% show up. I just think it's going to be a 100. All right, now if we're letting it be the best college versus the worst NBA, and now we're going like the G League, it might be close to like 100 to 76.
Hey, if they make a couple more threes, they're right back in it.
True. Good one. I like it, Sam. Max, what you got?
All right. I genuinely think this helps all of America and all of sports. All championship games, all game 7s need to be played on Saturday nights. I do not care if the NFL plays on Sundays and that's their thing. You play on Saturdays, you play on Thursdays. Put the Super Bowl on that Saturday. Make everything happier in the world. NCAA football. When do you ever play on a Monday night? Why is the championship on Monday night? Stick to your Saturday. You have Saturday prime time. Why give that up? You already have it in the schedule. And generally for game 7s, I just think it'd be better, more hype around it. People wouldn't have to take off work. But that is kind of the fun part of the game 7. Maybe if your team's going to it, you take it off. But I just think for America, Saturday nights would be better.
I agree. I had Super Bowl Monday being a holiday, so I'll disagree on that one. Keep Super Bowl, just make Monday the holiday. But yeah, I mean, if Friday night be a game 7?
Yeah, that's totally acceptable. It's just that fact that like sometimes you get a game 7 on a Tuesday night, like it's tough. Or like NCAA football, it's always Monday. Why is it always basketball? Why?
Yeah, be a little forward thinking, and then why not make championship games? Like they could do the Final Four on that Thursday night, and then do the championship game on Saturday for the college basketball. I agree. Yeah, I'm with you. I can support that.
Yeah.
Sam, any thoughts?
I mean, yeah, 100%. I am at that point in my life where I don't allow a sporting event to ruin my sleep schedule. So if it is on a Sunday night and I got to go to work, I don't stay up and watch it. That's just where I'm at in my life right now. So I don't let sports control me. But if they were on like a Friday night or Saturday night, maybe I would stay up later. Maybe.
I like it. I don't like it, but gotta respect you, I guess. All right, everyone's got one more. Max, hit lead off.
All right, so this is Dylan's Serenity now, and I wrote it down as something I'd help. General admission in upper deck stadiums during the regular season, asterisks, during the regular season. All stadiums, arenas, football, it's general admission. You show up, you're a dedicated fan, you should be able to sit the closest upper deck. Lower bowl, I still need ticket seats, that's fine. But after the third inning, after the first TV timeout in sports that are timed, any seat in the lower bowl is now general admission. If you have scouted it out and spotted it for 3 innings for 5 to 10 minutes in an NFL game, you should be able to claim it as yours. Sorry, show up. You know the game starts at what time. Be there.
It's a really good one. Yeah, no disagreement there.
It makes
100%.
everybody happier.
Yeah, I like it. If you know what time the game starts, show up and get there. Like, it's douchey because now you're getting in everyone's way. Yeah, agreed. Really good one. Sam, what you got? Last one.
My last one, I think, is very, very poignant towards specific sports, but any sport that has a farm league should have relegation. Worst team goes down, best team comes up. That makes it so much more interesting, so much more fun at the end of the year. You tell me right now, you got the Angels and the White Sox battling to possibly not be in the MLB next year. That tournament is now on TV and people are paying attention. You're right. Like, that just makes it way more fun for everybody. Obviously, it would piss off a lot of owners to be relegated. Pay for better teams. People are already doing super teams to avoid, sucking. So give me that. I feel like there's enough farm teams out there that it would be fun.
Same, great minds think alike. I literally have the same as one of mine. The 4 major sports dip into relegation, and I think the way you get around that is you help the AAAs and then the second level minor leagues in like hockey, so the AHL, and then I suppose it would just be the G. You have to come up with another league in NBA, which you could do. They get a little more money and they kind of become like a tier 2, like soccer, so they're a little higher level, right? And if your team just sucks ass and you're gone, and get better. Like I'm so with that, Sam. I wrote it down. Yeah. So the best minor league team. So your pool now has been shrunk, but you don't need such a big ass farm system. Okay. There's no need for this in baseball. There's no need for it in hockey. There's now just an extra league, and now there's more cities that have teams. It's just so much better all the way around. I agree.
Yeah. And you can still pull from it. People still, pay from the lower levels in the Premier League. Go get people from lower levels to pay them less money to come up and play for them. So like, it's still a thing. It would still technically be your farm system. You might just end up in it if you suck.
Yeah. Max, any thoughts?
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. It's awesome, and I think it would make for good TV.
Yeah, 100%. All right, boys, good stuff of how we're going to be sprucing up sports. I like it. Feel free, GHLers, to let us know what you think about how you would spruce up sports. Sam, one question for the Cooler Talk questions. Who's playing the halftime show of the Super Bowl?
Kendrick Lamar, and people are
Nailed it.
that.
Nailed it. Well done, Samuel. All right, that's all for episode 104 of Legally Teach Engineer Sports. Sprucing Up Sports. Our quote comes from Danica Patrick. Figure out what it is you love and do it. Dream really big. Write down what you want and make it happen. Will do, Danica. Vroom, vroom. Sam, what's our POV?
Positive vibes only.
Nailed it. Shout out to our GHLs.